What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, Dolly. Welcome to Guantanamo Bay. Okay, today you are getting waterboarded. You know, Dolly said he was tired of getting waterboarded, but I usually go over the stuff that mentions me in the lawsuit. In this countersuit, well, this is the reply from Bullhorn Betty to the dismissal from Queen B. Now, Sweet Misery True Crime was awesome enough to come up here and be my eyes for me. So I sent her over the documents, and she's going to read over these documents today. And this is so the judge will not throw out Queen B's order of dismissal. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys this is 19 pages long. And we're gonna go over it today. All right. So, Sweet Misery, do you want to
Hey,
kick it in and start it on
sure.
like page number 1?
How about 18?
You want to start it on page 8?
It
Well, I think page 1 is just the introduction to it, I believe.
has the background, so I will read that. BHB versus Queen Bee. Response and objection to to Queen Bee's motion to dismiss and demand default judgment. Comes now plaintiff BHB, acting as pro se in this action, files this response to Queen Bee's motion to dismiss and demand for default judgment for grounds stated as follows. Background. On or about October 18th, 2023, Queen Bee served BHB served Queen Bee with an amended complaint alleging defamation, tortious interference with prospective economic advantage, intentional infliction of emotional distress, civil conspiracy and concert of action, negligence, and unjust enrichment. Queen Bee caused damages to BHB for over a year. BHB did nothing to justify this outrageous and detrimental campaign of bullying, stalking, harassment, and other damages that Queen Bee knowingly inflicted on BHB for no other purpose than to cause damage to BHB for monetary and other gains and or benefits realized by Queen Bee.
Okay.
BHB okay.
Okay. I just want to let people know that's page 1. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going on to page 2.
Yeah.
All right.
BHB has alleged, among other issues, that Queen Bee has conspired and communicated with others through private chats, such as Discord and other similar sites, to elicit help with Queen Bee's campaign of harassment, cyberstalking, bullying, and intimidation to receive financial compensation to damage BHB personally, professionally, financially, and to remove BHB from the YouTube platform. On or about November 2nd, 2023, defendant Queen Bee filed a motion to dismiss the amended complaint, citing conflicting law which is at issue in this matter.
Okay.
Response. Okay.
Okay, so that was just the background. We pretty much already knew the background of what went down between Queen Bee. So when we get through a page, I just want to be able to address it a little bit, so it ain't just straight reading through the whole stream. So we all knew this. They had been fighting for what the whole time that we was in Georgia. I didn't really fight with Queen Bee then because I didn't really know Queen Bee. All right, but I guess Betty had already had their run-ins. So this is kind of before me. You know, um, like I said, I didn't know who Queen Bee was until after the Quentin Simon thing went down. But it'll get to some parts in here that mention me, and I didn't really have nothing to do. Their fighting was between them. Okay. So we're still on page 2. And this is what a response to their introduction.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Queen Bee states all BHB had to do was to quote the allegedly defamatory statements and identify the contract she claimed was impacted. Well, as most of the inaccurate rambles of Queen Bee and Queen Bee's defense, this is inaccurate and once again an intentional misrepresentation of facts to this honorable court. This honorable court directed BHB to amend the complaint and to draw some of your new complaint based on bills of particular. BHB is confused. At the time, bills of particular were built around Queen Bee, claiming to be unknowledgeable about which statements Queen Bee may have made, as opposed to Hills.
Yeah, just say Hills. They got their
Okay,
names. I didn't have time to take nothing out.
I just want to make sure that's who that was.
Yeah, that's who that is. Hills.
Okay, have made as opposed to Hills. Turner could not oh shit. Queen Bee could not remember which comments or defaming remarks Queen Bee made versus the dismissed co-defendant Heels in the Air. Obviously, by Heels in the Air being removed from this action, it has cleared up the issues as to which statements were said by Heels in the Air versus Queen Bee. So, based upon the bills of particular, BHB has complied with the request of the court.
Okay, now that is page
Page
2.
2.
And there were some little Hills in the air name dropping. Well, look, we everybody out here honestly knows these people's names. I'm just trying to be respectful to their names. It ain't like, the end of the world if it slips, because I think most people pretty much know it. But we're going to try to be respectful to everybody's names and things of that nature. Okay, now page 3 is, do you want to go over page 3?
I'm reading it.
It's a lot of references and things of that nature.
Yeah, but it's stuff that Queen Bee said. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go over it. And this is from page 3.
Plaintiff complains with general descriptions of supposedly defamatory statements. The who, what, when, where, and how of these statements should be pled. Originally read, paragraph 16 originally read, defendants have published numerous false and defamatory statements about plaintiff, accusing her of criminal activity, falsely portraying her work as a journalist, and attempting to humiliate and damage her reputation in the eyes of her subscribers and the public. And now it reads, paragraph 30, Queen Bee has published numerous false and defamatory statements about BHB, accusing BHB of criminal activity, falsely portraying BHB's work as a journalist, and attempting to humiliate and damage BHB's reputation in the eyes of BHB's subscribers and the general public. Over the last 12 months, Queen Bee has made too many false and defaming declarations statements to list. The who is Queen Bee. The what is Queen Bee accused BHB of criminal activity, falsely portraying BHB's work as a journalist. Page
Okay. And
4.
this is going on to page 4 now.
The where is on Queen Bee's YouTube channel. The when is within the last 12 months. BHB has pled a prima facie case. This is substantial compliance with the bills of particular. BHB realizes that defense would like to say this and that about the allegations outlined in the amended complaint as mere opinions or innocent construction issues. However, just because the defense alleges that does not make it so. BHB adamantly denies this position, as Turner made this statement and many other statements alleged in the amended complaint as statements of fact and not opinions, as Queen Bee erroneously and falsely claimed and implied to be therein. Hold on. I need to
I
take a
mean,
step.
Betty be using words. I don't even know what the hell they mean. Like that whatever she filed, I have no, but I'm not a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never worked for a lawyer. I don't, usually I'm going to jail, not suing people. So, but you're doing a great job, sweet misery, true crime.
Thank you.
Okay. Where were we at?
Queen Bee would like this court to believe this is mere criticism and BHB should just take it. BHB has watched many documentaries, TV shows, investigative reports, and other critical commentary, and BHB can't find one example that the criticism was almost every day for hours at a time for over a year. BHB really looked very hard and invested many hours of research on Google, calling resources, and so far, BHB only found one other channel, documentary, TV show, investigative report, and other critical commentary that invested this much time and energy as Queen Bee's channel. This particular alternative channel, creator BHB, located is a creator that Queen Bee has elicited help from and still, as this action is before this court, elicits help from Jane Doe, aka Burnt Toast. At this point, I keep wondering who should be wearing a tin hat in this matter. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry,
know.
Dolly.
At this point, I keep wondering who should be wearing a tin hat in this matter because Queen Bee believes Griffin defamed Turner so much that Turner's entitled to damages for alleging that Griffin made one.
And you
Okay.
saying names. You just said
Oh,
all their names.
oh, I'm bad. I'm bad. That's why I shouldn't be reading it. That's why I shouldn't be reading it. But everybody
Okay.
knows. Okay, that ain't their names. Okay, them are aliases we're using for other people. All right, I'm gonna let you read. That's why I ain't reading it.
Okay. At this point, I keep wondering who should be wearing a tin hat in this matter because Queen Bee believes BHB defamed Queen Bee so that Queen Bee's entitled to damages for alleging that BHB made 1 to 3 statements defaming Queen Bee, but the hundreds of hours of defaming commentary towards BHB are idle chit chat and opinions merely taken out of context. It is a comical argument to say the least.
Okay,
Page
and
5.
that is page 4 that we just went over. So who said what about a tinfoil hat? Does anybody remember that? The Queen Beast? I don't know nothing about a tinfoil hat. All I remember is when damn Candace Wells had on a tinfoil hat and Benny Keys. Other than that, I don't remember any tinfoil hats. But and how that made it into a lawsuit, I don't have no clue. All right, page 5.
BHB has fully and in good faith complied with the order of this honorable court, making substantial modifications to the amended complaint and referred to the bills of particular when drafting the same. Apparently, Queen Bee believes BHB is required to prove BHB's entire case at the onset of this action versus alleging ultimate facts. What is the purpose of discovery but to flush out these allegations? The defendant's entire argument is discovery related. BHB is required to prove BHB's case and the allegations therein. BHB has laid out a substantial prima facie, I don't know how to say that, case and supported all elements for each count with overwhelming supporting documentation. The defense has all but proven BHB's case in these pleadings. The defense lays out that the statements were made by Queen Bee but were mere opinions, misworded, and or word salad. However, the roughly hundreds of hours of malicious, willful, and defaming commentary towards Griffin speaks towards BHB speaks volumes and is in Queen Bee's voice and on Queen Bee's own YouTube channel. Queen Bee further states that it is because BHB is a public figure and Queen Bee has the right to defame someone needlessly because of something that person did 10 months before. The only side throwing the proverbial spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks is the defendant and all their admissions Queen Bee deems as affirmative defenses.
Hmm.
Some of the wording that she has in here is like, lastly, the most comical reasoning of all, BHB is just trying to cause financial harm to the defendant. Well, BHB wasn't the one attacking Queen Bee. BHB wasn't the one who coordinated with others to cause harm to Queen Bee personally, professionally, or financially, or try to remove Queen Bee from the YouTube platform. BHB wasn't the one calling unknown people in an attempt to have Queen Bee arrested. BHB has done none of these actions against Queen Bee. Queen Bee committed those actions against BHB, and Queen Bee's defense is BHB did something Queen Bee doesn't like to someone Queen Bee doesn't even know either. Page
Okay.
6.
Okay. We're going into page 6. Okay. War of the Women today on Dolly. You're getting waterboarded. Take it. Okay. Just take it. All right. Page 6.
It seems to BHB that Queen Bee is the one interjecting herself into situations Queen Bee is not involved in. It appears to plaintiff that defendant has brought this action on herself and for the popularity of this lawsuit. It sure has been very profitable for Queen Bee at the detriment of BHB. Furthermore, Queen Bee hasn't spent a single dollar of her own money on this lawsuit. Yet Queen Bee has, yet BHB has. So, who's really trying to cost who money and time? However, BHB did on many occasions threaten Queen Bee with a lawsuit over and above what was provided for the court record. BHB stipulates for the record she indicated on multiple occasions the cost of such a lawsuit if the actions didn't cease. BHB sent 4 separate cease and desist letter attempts.
Damn. I didn't even know that.
Everybody says that cease and desist are just nothing. They just
people just ball
use
them
it
up,
as
sling them in
toilet
the
paper.
trash. But but then people sue you. It's by
Right.
law. They got to send it to you.
Right,
And
and they
then
do
after
have
that,
to sue, but most people don't unless you're BHB.
I'm shutting up when I get that letter.
Okay. BHB has provided Queen Bee with an overwhelming opportunity to resolve the issues before the court intervention. But Queen Bee willfully and intentionally avoided service or ceased the actions laid out in the amended complaint. Griffin had no other choice but court intervention. Shit. Queen Bee can't now say BHB is just doing this for financial harm. This is a lot of bees.
Yeah.
Sorry, if that were the case, why would BHB provide Queen Bee with so many opportunities to stop, cease defaming and malicious commentary and other actions laid out in the amended complaint that have caused personal, professional, and financial harm to BHB before bringing such an action? Doesn't make sense. While Queen Bee would love to allege BHB is a public figure, it does not make it so. There is no doubt BHB is actively working towards the famed entitlement. As unfortunate as it is, BHB has not, at this moment or any time in the past, been deemed and or classified as a public figure and will not maintain the designation for the foreseeable future, in part due to Queen Bee's actions. But isn't a journalist a public figure?
I don't know. I don't know, but it kind of says like she's not a public figure, but she's trying to be a public figure, but she hasn't got to that point because of Queen Bee. Is that? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I have no clue.
But then the next sentence says that, yes, says that journalists aren't public figures. Just because BHB is a journalist, activist, or associated with media does not deem BHB automatically a public figure, and many legal standards must be met. BHB meets none.
Okay, so she's not a public figure, is what she's claiming, is what BHB is claiming. She's not a public figure. Before we go into page 7, I just want to, let's just discuss that for a second. What is technically a public figure? You know?
Well, according to some people, YouTube creators are public figures.
I'm telling y'all now, y'all better leave me alone.
Someone,
I don't know. Hey, Tom Cruise, bitch, back up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess. Anybody out in the public would be a public figure, I would think, if you're in the public. You know?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Mona Lisa, she says she's known worldwide. That would be a public figure.
Well, you can be known worldwide and not be. See, that's like me. I think I'm known worldwide, and I don't look at myself like a public figure. I look at a public figure like the mayor or the governor or, like somebody like a movie star or something of that nature. I don't know. I don't look at it YouTubers as a public figure. Like Like that's like saying Mr. Beast is the public figure. I guess. I mean, I guess.
He is. He
Or
is.
like, Steve will do it, or somebody that has millions and millions. Um, yeah, I guess Jake Paul would be a public figure. Everybody in the world knows you, or famous. I mean, public figure and famous is different, right? You know, you can be a public figure and have no fame. I don't know. I
I
have
don't
no
think
clue on that
so.
one. Okay, but let's go into 7.
A public figure is someone the entire public knows. So take it from there. The entire public. That's a
Yeah,
that's
but
a public figure.
the whole public would be like, if you're worldwide, that means to be a public figure, you would need the whole world to know who you are.
Okay, I'm looking up the definition of a public figure.
Okay, yeah, that might be what is the definition of it? I'm a worldwide non-public figure. You funny penny. Worldwide non-public figure. Okay. She's looking it up now. We're gonna figure out what a damn public figure is here before we go any farther.
Who can be considered a public figure? In legal terms, a public figure is an individual who is at the forefront of public issues or performs a prominent role in society. That's BHB.
What prominent role does she play? Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one.
She's
We're
the
going to look up
forefront.
prominent role now.
No, she's the forefront of public issues or
Oh,
performs a prominent role in society, which she does as she goes, boots on the
yeah, I
ground.
guess
And
yeah, she does, because she does do political stuff. I would think she's a public figure. Okay.
I think she is too.
I would think, I mean,
Oh,
if
and
you
then it says famous person who is often written about in newspapers and magazines or is often on television or the radio. Well, wasn't she written about in news magazines and stuff? I don't know. Yeah, she's a public figure. Let's go
yeah, let's go on. Yeah, we'll
on.
move past that.
This is page 7. 7.
Okay. Page 7, guys. We're getting through them pretty quick, believe it or not.
Therefore, Turner is not afforded the protections provided by this notion. BHB is a public figure. BHB is and has maintained throughout show commentary and within all pleadings herein that BHB is a private citizen. In bold, italics, underscored.
Underscored. Yeah, it's huge. It's big.
I mean, underlined.
Yeah, you ain't missing that. Okay. We can't show it to you because the names ain't been redacted, but believe this, it's big. Okay, it's big.
Objection to governing law. Under the Illinois case law, it appears Queen Bee is applying the law incorrectly in this matter. See James versus First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Berwyn. The Illinois Supreme Court held that the joinder of a 2-615 motion and a
You know
motion
what?
for
I'm glad you're reading this, because I didn't want to stop you, because when you said, what was it, assistance a burden, I
a
thought it said
Berwyn.
ass a burden. I'm glad you knew what that meant. I would have read it ass a burden. I'd have been like, what the hell is an ass a burden?
You guys, it is spelled ASS apostrophe
N.
N.
Yeah. I would have been
So he
like,
was gonna say ass in a Berwyn.
yeah. I was looking for, like, I'm glad she's reading this right now. I would have sounded dumb as hell. All right, go ahead. Sorry to stop you.
The court pointed out that such a motion seemed to be predicated on the appropriate assumption that there exists a hybrid procedure where a defendant can challenge the legal sufficiency of the complaint and at the same time answer it and demand judgment on the merits. The courts reiterated that the Illinois Code of Civil Procedure establishes 2 distinct procedures. Combing the two is likely to confuse the parties and the court. The court stated that the defendant should have first challenged the legal sufficiency of the complaint, and if, and only if, a sufficient legal cause of action had been stated, then the court could entertain a motion for summary judgment. Moreover, Herman versus Hamlet expanded the court's rejection of such hybrid motions to include combining 2-615 and 2-619 motions, and therefore this is an improper motion. If the court deems this motion improper, then the defense has failed to comply with the court order to respond to the amended complaint, and the court should enter default judgment against the defendant and award damages to plaintiff. So she's saying that, wait, hold on,
Basically,
let me
the
go back
motion
up.
they filed was without merit, and I just everybody like I don't know. It's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo.
She's saying that she filed the inappropriate motion, but her lawyer did that. Her lawyer should know what to file and what not to file.
Yeah, but if you don't have the best attorney in the world and he files the wrong thing, says
Stop.
because in the courts, it's a matter of wording. You say one thing wrong, it has to be fixed. This has to, you know what I'm saying, until it's all perfect to go in front of the judge. And I mean, I don't never do civil shit. I have no clue in civil cases. The only thing I know is take them to the back. That's usually what they say to me. You know what I'm saying? Take them to the back. And I'm like, damn. Right. That's about as much about the law I know is don't go in front of that judge. You're going to jail. All right. These women ain't even going to jail. They just fighting. Okay. All right. So we're on page 8.
Yes.
Page 8. Here we go. We're halfway through it because I think the last couple pages are kind of small.
Objections to improper arguments. BHB objects due to the fact BHB maintains that defendant's motion to dismiss is improper. BHB does not waive or give up any rights afforded to BHB to respond to the arguments outlined therein. The motion to dismiss is improper. BHB is an abundance of caution, adamantly maintains BHB is entitled to a default judgment for Queen Bee's failure to respond to the amended complaint as ordered by the courts.
It sounds like BHB is coming after.
She just wants a default judgment because Queen Bee's attorney filed an improper motion to dismiss. So she thinks that there should be an automatic default judgment on for her to win. How can the defense state the amended complaint is legally insufficient, yet request for judgment based upon the amended complaint's merits? This falls on its face. The argument and motion to dismiss are faulty and improper. Notwithstanding BHB's strong objection to a wholly improper motion to dismiss, BHB's unsure how the defense expects to defend this matter with hundreds of hours of footage without previewing it. It is BHB's position failing to review all evidence in a case is conduct that would constitute malpractice to his client. However, that is not the plaintiff's problem. Griffin has a well-placed amended complaint and a strong prima facie case against the defendant. While BHB understands the disdain the defense has for any pro se litigant, BHB has the right and statutes afforded to BHB to represent herself. However, the courts are not here for the gotcha moment. The courts are here for justice. This notion Griffin has done this for fame and our financial means is ridiculous. BHB has provided Queen Bee an overwhelming number of opportunities to just stop, but chose to double and quadruple down, including but not limited to telling the plaintiff to go have sexual intercourse with herself, and that the defendant will not stop until BHB is off the YouTube platform completely terminated! Exclamation point. What did she really say that, y'all? Did she really say that about BHB, Dolly? Oh, I'm by myself, y'all. I didn't even know. Okay, I'll continue reading. Now call BHB crazy, but that sounds pretty willful, malicious, and intentional, and any reasonable person could conclude would cause damage to another person personally, professionally, and financially. Yo, I don't know some of these words she's using in this document. BHB has maintained certain facts, and those facts have not changed since the onset of this action. BHB is only required to allege that Turner targeted BHB for an unknown reason, stalked, and kept BHB under surveillance online and offline, started a defamation campaign, sought out others to help Queen Bee with her campaign of harassment, and then turned up the heat and started targeting BHB to have her arrested and removed from the YouTube platform. This has been alleged from the initiation of this lawsuit and among other issues alleged in the amended complaint. BHB believes the real issue is the defense does not want to listen to the vile and damaging commentary of Turner. Everything attached to the amended complaint will be used in this matter. So this notion defense does not want to do the work. Is not an issue with the plaintiff. BHB has overwhelmingly evidence related to all counts asserted in the amended complaint, has a strong prima facie case, and comes before this court in good faith. It's not her problem, she says, guys. BHB would like to remind the defense that they are required to research facts before erroneously alleging them and pleading before this case, which have no factual basis to stand on. So BHB saying that Queen Bee's attorney did not review 100 hours worth of Queen Bee attacking BHB on her lives. This is sanctionable action, notwithstanding misrepresenting several facts to this court on multiple occasions at court hearings, including scheduling a hearing that require plaintiff to travel thousands of miles away without even scheduling it with plaintiff. These are all sanctionable offenses.
Okay, I'm back with you. What page are we on?
I'm at the bottom of 9. I
Okay,
just kept reading until you
okay,
came back.
good. Because I had a power outage. I don't know what's going on, so then I had to wait for my router to reset and everything. So, thank you for continuing.
Okay.
But all right, I got to pull my stuff back up.
So Dolly, BHB stating that Queen Bee's attorney obviously didn't review the hundreds of hours of attacking BHB that Queen Bee did. So that should be an automatic sanction. So that's what she's saying right now that I just read.
That he didn't watch it all.
Yeah, so how can he base all of these things as facts, not opinions, because he didn't review all the stuff. So how can he say what's true and what's not true? Is what
Yeah, I
BHB
follow
is
you.
saying.
Okay, we're at the bottom of 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here now.
Just about every email with defendant ended with Queen Bee's counsel threatening BHB with sanctions. BHB would like court intervention on this matter in its entirety because this court assured BHB that BHB would be entirely fairly a pro se litigant. All arguments appear to be discovery related and can be fleshed out through the proper discovery process.
So that part right there, she's saying that everything that the other lawyer said kind of said, we're coming after your money. It's about, that we're going to hit you with these sanctions when she's defending herself.
Yeah.
Like she should know everything, basically. I mean, I don't know. In something like this, I wouldn't really represent myself. I'm not a legal person, so I would instantly go get a lawyer. That's why I have teams of lawyers.
That's what I wanted to know too, because if you represent yourself as pro se, then that means that you pretty much know it all. You know what I mean?
No, I mean it don't mean you know it all. I mean, they can't expect you to know everything about the law if you're representing yourself. That's why even when you do something criminal, that they give you an attorney because they know most people don't know the law. So, but I think
That's
if you're
true.
going, I bet if you're going to represent yourself, you better know the law. I would hope.
That's true. Someone niece in chat said Betty is the one suing. It falls on her to show proof. Queen Bee's lawyer isn't supposed to do the work for Betty. So that's true. Like he really doesn't have to watch all them hours because BHB has to prove that Queen Bee's doing this. Queen Bee doesn't have to prove anything, right?
Well, she had to prove she didn't. You know what I'm
No,
saying? I mean, I would think you would have to prove if somebody said, "Hey, you talked about me for hours," and then I said, "No, I didn't." You would have to prove that I did. So she's gonna have to prove that she did. But Betty had screenshotted, clipped, saved every little single thing she's probably done. And not only that, other people and giving it to Betty. So she probably has everything if she said about her. I don't know. I don't know. All right, where we at?
10.
10. Okay, top of 10?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
The defense wants this court to believe Queen Bee's actions were lawful. They are not. BHB alleges some of Queen Bee's conduct is criminal under Illinois law as well as Florida. However, since BHB resides in Florida and Queen Bee resides in Illinois, the investigative body is the Manatee County Sheriff's Department. I learned in 2022 during another matter that while they can investigate the case, they can even draft a warrant. However, until said person is in Florida, the sheriff typically doesn't extradite matters such as this. Not that the crime does not exist. This ties BHB's hands to any meaningful justice other than one civil in nature. So she's saying that Queen Bee
Has
committed a
broke.
crime, which
Yeah,
is
but it must have been a misdemeanor crime, and they won't extradite back her to Florida. That's how Virginia is. Virginia does the same thing. If it's a misdemeanor crime, they won't extradite you back.
I don't think they would even charge her. I don't know.
Yeah.
The de-
Well,
the defense. Oh, sorry, you wanted to say something?
no, I mean, but that's how it works though. In a lot of states, not every state, but I think that's a state by state thing because I know Virginia, like I was saying, is the same way. If it's misdemeanors, they won't extradite you back, or they won't even go serve it. You see what I'm saying? Like, say I went and
Mm,
took a warrant for somebody right now that was in another state, they won't even go serve that warrant on them. It's weird, but that's how it works. If felonies, they will, but misdemeanor charges, they don't. All right, let's do it.
the defense wants the court to believe the word salad couched as a motion to dismiss, however, is a direct conflict with Illinois case law by combining two different motions to dismiss arguments that are in direct conflict with one another. As such, the plaintiff is entitled to default judgment.
Okay.
The The defense would love to misrepresent Queen Bee's conduct. The defense is adamantly asserting that the incident related to Queen Bee making statements of fact that BHB is having sexual intercourse. Oh, Dolly, don't you dare tell me this.
I didn't
She,
say this stuff. This is what this girl was saying.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to read it. Here we go.
All right, this is the part about me because I see my name from here.
I can't believe this. The defense is adamantly asserting that the incident related to Turner making statements of fact that BHB is having sexual intercourse with two different content creators in the same paragraph on the same video and the defendant's own voice and on the defendant's own YouTube channel stating Dolly will sleep with anything that walks after
Anything that walks.
implying
Anything that walks. That's what made it into the lawsuit. Dolly will sleep with anything that walks. What about if they don't walk? Okay, because I've seen some sexy bitches in wheelchairs. I'd be like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead. Start with the
implying
Dolly
B
will sleep with anything. I kind of like that.
Dolly will sleep with anything that walks after implying BHB has sexual intercourse with Dolly. Queen Bee even goes on to speak about how Queen Bee's never heard any woman even speak about, oh my God, how big it is in quotations,
The package
making
is big this
separate
week. You know how they got Shark Week?
shit.
I told PJ.
Everybody's talking about
I
your package.
look. I told PJ the other day. I was like, you know how they have Shark Week? I was like, it's Dick Week this week on YouTube.
Between Morbid and you, Glare, I don't know.
Okay, so that made it into the lawsuit. The package made it into the lawsuit. Apparently, Amazon Prime delivery.
Making references to Dolly's genitalia. At marker 1124, it is referenced that Dolly will never be faithful. Why the heck?
Never faithful. Never not one time in my whole life. That's terrible to say. Me?
There's more. There's more. So while Queen Bee would love to mislead this court by saying Queen Bee only implied BHB merely slept in the car with Dolly, and it is just that innocent, well, BHB is curious how that leads into an hour conversation on Queen Bee's channel about the man's genitalia at the 11:56 mark. Please see a link that she has posted from the 11:22 marker to the 15:33 marker. Turner refers to the quote unquote dirty deed at marker 11:38. Don't
Okay.
stop me. Don't
Okay.
stop me. Wait, let me finish this paragraph, please.
Uh,
One of her regular panel guests actually referred to Dolly having 30 to 40 sexual partners referenced at the 11:44 mark when referring to the conversation related to BHB just innocently sleeping in a car. Okay, sorry, I had to finish.
okay. So that was the end of page 10, and that was basically I didn't I knew I would end up in a lawsuit. I didn't know my wiener would. Okay. The package is officially in a lawsuit. Y'all hit this like on this video because I'm gonna need an attorney to represent my junk. Okay. In a court of law. I'm calling attorneys today and be like, can you represent my dick? Okay. I wonder what they would say. We like for the right amount of money, I'm sure some attorney would pick up my balls. Okay. So
There's another paragraph of you, and I think that's about it.
okay. Let me see if I can make it past this with my 30, 40 sexual partners, with me never being faithful. The size of my pecker, you know. This one's a good one. Okay. Oh my Jesus. All right.
Queen Bee has amnesia and states that this innocent commentary only referred to BHB innocently sleeping in a car, and that Queen Bee only made this innocent reference to Dolly and made no mention of BHB having sexual intercourse with the other creator, JLR. Further, this so-called innocent conversation about BHB sleeping in the back seat ended up being 3 hours of Dolly's exploits with women and a reference to Dolly being a hound dog. You
And
ain't
I'm
nothing
but
but
a
a
hound
hound
dog.
dog,
All right.
crying all the time. All right.
Damn, Dolly's a hound dog up in the lawsuit. My package is in the lawsuit. All right.
An unfaithful hound dog with 30 to 40 partners. Dolly Vision.
I'm getting it in, baby. Why I still can.
So, this written allusion Queen Bee is willfully misrepresented to the court about what was said was very damaging to BHB as well as Dolly. However, Dolly is not a part of this action and will not be. This was not, in caps, innocent construction as falsely portrayed by the defendant. Would you like to speak on anything said about you?
Let's see. 30, 40 women, I would be insane and jump off a bridge. Hound dog, I got a chihuahua. Let's see what else. Didn't sleep with bullhorn Betty. Is there anything else I could think of? I can be faithful, okay, to the right people. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't think PJ would be with you for almost a year if you weren't faithful. So that's not true.
Okay, we're going into page
No,
11, right?
is
12.
this is the end of page 11.
Oh, okay.
Queen Bee would love for this court to believe that BHB doxed Queen Bee. However, once again, that is false. If you can see a common theme with the defendant because BHB didn't dox Queen Bee. BHB has never produced or disseminated personal information about Queen Bee. BHB has never distributed Queen Bee's usernames, passwords, driver's license numbers, social security numbers, banking information, medical information, or any other information that is defined as a dox. And that's true. If your name, if your
That ain't
full name,
doxing you, is it?
if your full name can be found online anywhere, it is not a dox if you say their name. If you say any of this information that is not publicly found, that is a dox.
Yeah, because I come from the era that of the white pages where you can look up people's names and addresses. I don't know. It's a new era. The doxing thing to me is really new because really I do. There was the white pages. You can look at it and find people's names and numbers. And I didn't know it was against the rules to say somebody's name, but we go by YouTube rules. We try to, but in the real world, you can say somebody's name. I would think.
Now, as far as the picture, I don't know about the picture if that would be, but yeah, I don't know.
All right.
BHB stated the lawful name of the defendant. See, there you go. This was not the first time someone online said, do you want me to say it? It's in the document. It says her
Uh,
name in quotes.
Oh, no, we know her name. It's
Okay,
not
this
the
was
first
not.
time somebody said Queen Bee's name. It's basically.
As a matter of fact, Queen Bee was complaining that several people doxed Queen Bee long before BHB. I have researched the law, and so far, I have not found one law or case law that states using a legal name of an individual as an unlawful act. Seems the defendant would like to make up laws as she goes. Everything that was read was from public records, which is protected, and BHB is lawfully allowed to go over and share. It was not fictitious information. It was not false information. It was public records, which Griffin relied upon to be accurate and true.
Okay, so basically that's Bullhorn Betty saying when she went over Queen Bee's arrest record that's public information that she didn't dox her by doing that is basically what that's stating is what I take from it.
Page 12. Excuse me. Queen Bee falsely stated that MGL paid BHB to dox her. This was false and was not true. The defense is alleging that Queen Bee thought MGL paid Griffin. However, Queen
But
Bee
why
made
does it when this in there? She didn't put like the names. Like she didn't put
oh
my name, or she didn't put uh
Molly.
MGL's name either. She just put our screen names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe because y'all are not in the lawsuit,
Oh,
and the
okay.
other full names are.
Oh, okay. I got you.
However, Queen Bee made said statements with conviction and caused damage. The court would have to believe no one else provided monetary compensation during this live, or that MGL never sponsored or provided monetary compensation to BHB in the past, which MGL has. So, Queen Bee willfully, maliciously, and to incite her audience defamed BHB as outlined in the amended complaint. Queen Bee's entire channel is an unlawful bully channel. Uh-oh.
I don't know about the unlawful part, but the bully channel part I can get behind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the unlawful part.
Well, that's part of drama and their crime. You know what I mean? Like,
But is trauma unlawful? Like, am I breaking the law by
no, no,
saying
no, 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 no.
I got
I'm
a
just
big ass
saying,
head?
no, I'm saying like the quote unquote bully part. That's drama,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I don't know. Queen Bee states that Queen Bee is unable to know whether plaintiff's count is defamation per se or per quote. However, in the
Quota.
amended complaint, no, it's QUOD.
UOD. Yeah.
However, in the amended complaint, BHB numbers the elements to show Queen Bee and the court BHB met the elements. The elements clearly and precisely listed were for the elements for defamation per se. Whether or not the defense implies otherwise or is somehow confused, it is clearly explained by BHB precisely and concisely. Damages are assumed. Turner goes through Queen Queen Bee goes through a few of the items attached to the amended complaint under paragraph 32. BHB understands the defense wanting to distance themselves from the tortious actions of Queen Bee, but it is a clear and well pleaded prima facie case that demonstrates that Turner targeted and stalked BHB. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. This is
You
hard to
good.
not
You
say the
good.
names. Initiated a defaming campaign against BHB, coordinated with others to cause damage to BHB. And when that didn't work, Queen Bee tried to have BHB arrested and thrown off the YouTube platform. These are all tortious actions and entitle Griffin to an award of damages and other relief deemed appropriate. Dolly, is that true that she's suing for 200K?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Bullhorn Betty. So I don't
I
know
just
what
heard
she's
someone
suing
say
for. I
that.
don't know. I just got the paperwork. So I don't know what she's actually suing for. Um, maybe it says in this. I don't know. It keeps saying she wants damages for this and that, but I don't know originally what she's suing for.
Yeah, someone in chat said yes, 200K. Whoop, whoop.
Damn. Damn.
She ain't
Holy
playing,
shit.
right?
Huh? She
I
ain't
said she's
suing for
not playing.
200K. No way. She knows she can't get that money out of Queen Bee though. Let's be honest. Queen Bee ain't got 200K. Like, I don't think she's suing for 200K. That might be some I hate Betty shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Betty got a lot of haters, so I doubt she's really suing for 200K. But if she is, damn, damn. All right, let's get it.
Defendant proclaims that plaintiff is only bringing this action in bad faith and to financially ruin Turner or some variation of that absurd statement. That could not be further from the truth. In fact, Griffin provided Queen Bee an overwhelming number of opportunities to cease action, but to no avail. All such efforts failed. Why is she abbreviating? She's not supposed to abbreviate in a court document, I don't think. All
I ain't
such
lying.
efforts failed intentionally and on Queen Bee's own accord. Defense and Queen Bee knew their description was wholly and factually false, yet intentionally misrepresented before this court and under oath to be true. Call me dense. I can't. Call me dense, but I believe that is the definition of perjury, which is exactly what the defense implied BHB has done with BHB's amended complaint. Seems the defense has mastered the quote unquote look over there so you're not looking over here strategy. As a matter of fact, it is believed Queen Bee has received more than $30,000 from donations earmarked for this action and this action alone. Queen Bee currently has another active $5,000 campaign for even more money. This has become a money making scheme and a
A
profitable
money
one at
making
that.
circus. This shit has become a money making circus.
Okay, talk about that. I need to get a bottle of water. Hold on.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the money making circus for a second. So basically, what BHB sounds like she's saying here is she's raised all this money for this case, and it's turned into now her making money off of this court case. Is basically what I think BHB is saying there. I ain't a lawyer. I'm not positive. You might want to ask her, but that's what it sounds like. And Queen Bee has raised a lot of money with the help of a lot of other people. So, I mean, and there's rumors out there that she's not spending this money on what she's supposed to. I'm not in her pocketbook. I don't know if she is or she ain't.
Yeah.
But that's what a lot of people on the internet are alleging, that she's done other things with some of these finances and she's keep raising money. And me, I think it's stupid, but go on.
Yeah. Someone in chat asked, and I have a question. Does anyone know if Queen Bee has to pay taxes on that? It's all donations and
Oh,
like
she's
their
gonna have to file
PayPal.
that on her taxes. And I can tell you now, if she gets government assistance, right, that'll cut her government assistance out. She's $30,000. That's more than some people make a year
Yeah.
that work. That get them
Yeah.
got to work every day, don't make $30,000 a year. So yeah, she's gonna have to pay taxes on that money. That's a source of her income. Right, so she has
And
to pay taxes on that money, and like I said, if she has, say she gets food stamps or something like that, or, because she's not working and things of that nature, they'll cut all that out. That's, you can't make that type of money and get assistance. Now, it's just
now,
like she can say, "Well, I spent it on this," but you still made it. It's still money you made. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter if
yeah.
somebody donated it to you. If every penny's donated to me, I have to pay taxes on, and I got to give
Yeah.
YouTube 30% through here. And she'll have to do the same thing. That's just
Even
any money.
Cash App. You're supposed to claim Cash App too.
Yeah. So, but people don't. But they're tightening down on the whole Venmo, PayPal. When you take a certain amount of money out, they make you sign a paper for the IRS and everything now.
But do that, but they can't use that against her if it's just a one-time donation. You know what I mean? That's not an
No, she
annual
can't get in trouble
income.
for getting money, but it is an income. Okay, is you're making an income.
Right,
It's
but
you
since
got
it's a
$30,000. You made it. You got to pay taxes on it.
right, but I don't think she would lose any assistance that she gets if she gets any because that's a one-time donation. It's
It's
not
not
a
a one-time donation because it's donated over multiple times, and it don't matter if it's donated one time. It's still your income. You have to take,
okay.
say she has a side job. She makes $12,000 a year from. Well, now she just made $42,000 this year. You see, that's how it works. It don't matter
Yeah.
if she pays it to a lawyer. She still made it. She still owes the IRS taxes on $30,000.
Oh
So
boy.
at what, 22% or something like that. So it's up. The tax people ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but far as taking the money, there's nothing illegal about getting donations. You know, if people want to donate to you, they can. If they don't have to. All right, where are we
Okay.
at?
Um, BHB is demanding an accounting of funds. Okay, guys, this is in bold, italics, and underlined. BHB is demanding an accounting of funds earmarked for this lawsuit, and those proceeds be immediately turned over to the registry of the court for safekeeping. Why?
Oh, I get what she's saying. So she's raised money. She's saying she's raising money for this court case, that it should go into a court fund where it can't be used but for court proceedings. Is that what that is stating?
Now, some people are saying that legal fees are not taxable, so she doesn't have to pay taxes on it.
Legal fees are not taxable. The income she takes in is taxable. It don't matter what she spends the money on. That might not get taxed. She might not have to pay tax on what she pays, but when she makes money, she has to pay taxes on it. So yeah, she will have to pay taxes on that $30,000. Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt in my mind. You have to pay taxes on it. Somebody could walk up here right now and donate me $50,000. I have to pay taxes on that $50,000, unless it's cash and nobody knows.
But it's not a recurring income, so how can you lose assistance? Is what I'm asking.
Because your assistance is based on how much you make a year. You will lose
So
assistance
she
for the
would lose it
following
for
that
the.
year. The next year, when she
I
don't
got it.
have that money, they would give her assistance back. But
Okay,
you
I
can't
got
make
it now.
30, $40,000 a year and get assistance unless you got kids. You know, whatever anyway, I don't know. We got off track on this, but yeah, she has to pay taxes on money. If anybody gives you money, and especially if it's through like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, trackable money, yes, you are supposed to pay taxes on it. It's just like if you go into a waitress. If you tip a waitress on a credit card, okay, she's going to have to pay taxes on that money. If you go in there and you give her a
Oh,
20 spot, she's not going to file that. She's not even going to say she made that. She's going to put that shit in her pocket and she's going to keep on moving. Like waiters, you don't mark down your cash tips because then you just giving the government money. You only mark down your credit card tips and ones they can account for.
yeah.
Anybody that's a waitress in here or work like delivery or anything like that, you will know that you don't count them cash tips. You only count them ones they can track because you paying that money to the government. Yep, sure, yep. See, I see it. All right, let's do it.
Okay. In the alternative, BHB will concede to opposing counsel's escrow account to safely keep said earmarked funds. BHB has attached clear and convincing evidence to the amended complaint that demonstrated these funds were being elicited for this very specific court case. It is clear that Queen Bee expects BHB to pay for her attorney fees and or sanctions that are threatened by opposing counsel with every communication Griffin has with opposing counsel. So let me ask you a question, Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
If BHB loses, just to say, okay, would she have to? Do you think she would be ordered to pay all that money back to
If she
Queen Bee?
loses, yeah, you can sue her
Mhm.
for the legal fees, and yeah. But the thing about this, will you get it, and how long will it take you to get it? You see what I'm saying? Right. What basically what will happen is they'll put a judgment against Bullhorn Betty,
Right.
right? And judgments fall off after 20, 30 years. People don't never fucking pay them. All right. It ain't like they're going to come take anything or do anything like that. They're not. They're going to put a judgment against her. So she can't sell her house. She can't do this. They can't do, you know what I'm saying? And in order to sell your property, or you got to have these judgments off of you. All they're going to do is put a judgment on her for the amount of money. But
Would they
I
garnish?
think at some point, this is just my opinion on it, that these women need to like fucking apologize to each other or do whatever they got to do because they're causing a lot of money. They're causing a lot of stress on themselves, you know? Like it's stupid at this. It was funny at first, but now it's kind of fucking stupid. All this money is going to these lawyers, and who wins in this? The lawyers win. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer wins in this. That's the
Because
only
neither.
person that really wins is this lawyer that's got $30,000 when we could have billboards in true crime. You could have billboards with Benny Keys up there. I don't know, something. I just think the money could be better spent than fighting each other. It's like, I hate to say this, because since it is Dick Week on YouTube, this is like a big dick contest. Who got the, you know what I'm saying? In men world, this is what this is. It's two women fighting, or another word, a pissing contest. This is a pissing contest.
Oh, okay. If Queen Bee wins, they can put a lien on her house.
Yeah, they can put a lien on her house, a judgment, things of that nature. They can't take the shit you ain't got though.
Oh, Dolly, this isn't good for either one, kind of. Oh, yeah, the lawyers are the only ones that's getting money because whoever wins, they're not getting any money. It's just like a I won, you didn't kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Neither one of these women really have much to give up. It ain't like neither one of them sitting with 100K in the bank. Let's be honest. Okay, none of them. They ain't got much. B ain't got. I ain't trying to talk shit about either one of them. You ain't got to have much in this world. But neither one of them. They're not wealthy people. Neither one of them got a whole lot of money to be throwing away. But yet, here we go. You know what I'm saying?
Can they garnish wages made by Google?
On a judge, no. They'd never get that money. I
Hmm.
can tell you right now. You know why I know? Because I got a judgment against me. I need to pay for something else.
All right. let's go.
So it don't even affect you
Unless you
from getting
want
a
to.
loan. It don't even affect you from getting a car. It don't affect you from nothing. I had a small judgment on mine for like some cell phone stuff from way back in the day that's been sitting there for like 15 years. Right. But it comes up when they pull my credit.
Let me ask another question, because all I hear is rumors. I don't know what's going on. Is there any kind of lawsuit between SF Investigates and BHB at all, or they're just going back
I,
and forth?
that's some bullshit, I think. I don't know. I haven't talked to Betty, to be honest with you.
Oh.
That's dead honest when I tell people that. They'd be like, oh, this is fucking Betty's best friend. I haven't talked to Betty.
No, I believe
Uh,
you, because Betty was talking about on her live the other morning that she needs to get with PJ to get to you because she wants a free vote on Turtle
yeah.
Island.
Yeah, like I said, I don't. Everybody believes we talk every fucking day or something, but I haven't talked to her in. It's been a good minute. So, yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out for these ladies, but they need to. I think a lot of it is the viewers hyping it up. Be dead ass honest with you. The chat rooms, like you got the F Betty room, and that's and then you got people usually fight and then they move on. They don't usually sue each other. So, all right, we're on
Definitely
page.
not, especially for $200,000.
I don't see nothing about $200,000. I've never heard that number before, so I don't think Betty's suing her for 200. She could be. I could be completely fucking wrong. I didn't even know Betty was doing the Morbid interview. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you how out of the loop I am.
Yeah, actually, Morbid seems really excited about that.
Uh, I don't know.
You
He
said,
seems
ew.
excited. I don't even know what to say about that guy. I'm just going to leave it at I didn't even know Betty was doing that. Okay.
Well, you have to watch tomorrow.
Is that when it is?
Yeah, tomorrow night. I
Okay.
don't know the exact time, but yeah. Okay.
That
Let's
should
get
be
into the
insane.
monetary stuff.
Okay, let's do it.
So, BHB is entitled to a full and detailed accounting of said funds. Queen Bee should not be in control of the estimated 40K earmarked for this very specific action, counteraction. So what if she don't have the 40K? She can't. I'm just saying, what if she doesn't have it? She can't put it in a.
I mean, she's saying she wants a detailed account of the funds. So they want the court to show where she spent this money she's raising for the courts.
Oh, snap. So she wants every person and the amount they gave her,
No, she
right?
wants to know what this money. It basically sounds like she wants to know. Okay, if $40,000 was raised, what was the $40,000 spent on? Was it spent to the lawyer,
Right.
right? And now I'm gonna tell you now, Queen did not pay that lawyer $40,000. I ain't trying to start no shit with nobody. I ain't trying to talk shit about nobody. And we're just trying to go to court papers. But I'm gonna tell you right now, she did not spend $40,000 on that lawyer. She didn't spend $30,000 on that lawyer. I'm just gonna say
Well,
that. That's just
I
my
will.
opinion. She did not spend
Right.
$30,000 on that damn lawyer. I paid a lot of lawyers in my fucking day. She has not this little bit into this lawsuit. She's $30,000 in. You done lost your damn mind. Okay. I can't believe that. I just can't. But anyway, I digress.
Well,
Go
in
ahead.
my opinion, only person that knows is Queen Bee.
That's true.
So
That's
no
true.
one will ever know if, BHB doesn't get this. And, we really,
Well, she should be giving her people receipts that have given her $30,000 if that's what they're giving it for. If they're just
right.
donating it to her super chat, she don't owe people shit. You know what I'm saying? But if they're giving it to you for one simple thing, you owe them people. Hey, how do we know she didn't pay the lawyer 20 and keep 10? It goes into that. I ain't
Y-
saying she did. I'm just saying I don't know what she did with the damn money. I'm just saying she didn't give that lawyer she has that much money because he's not that quality of a lawyer. I mean, you can look him right up and see what
Um,
cases he's had and everything. Just to throw that out there. It didn't cost that
I
much.
don't, I know that I heard Queen Bee say one day that she will show receipts after.
I
So
bet
I
she
don't
will
know,
after she
but
done made her about 20 G's. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
yeah. And most of it went to PayPal, I'm sure, because didn't she have the PayPal pool? But I mean, that's
So
not.
you're just looking at,
That's not.
she was getting money everywhere. Okay, she was getting money here. She got 30,000 in just that fund. Think about what she got in super chats and all that. Venmos, PayPal's. Why? That's what I don't understand. Why did you have a pool for it? Why didn't you just put your money, your YouTube money, towards your lawyer? You didn't. You didn't put your YouTube. You put everybody else's money towards your
But
lawyer and kept your money.
you can't very well just attack Queen Bee about that, because didn't Ickenmel do that? And look how much money he makes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess, you know,
He
I
did
don't
have a
have,
legal
listen,
fund.
I don't mind her taking money for her legal fund. Okay. If I was going to jail and needed money, I'd be right up here talking about, yo, let me get a lawyer. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no shame in my game like that. The thing is, this is if you're taking too much, that's the where's the money going kind of thing. It's a open, you're writing, she's asking for an open check. You know what I'm saying? There's not an amount on it. It's like 5,000 here, 10,000 here, 20,000 here. And we got to be like, is that lawyer costing that? You know, you got to, that's a fair question. I don't think it's an unfair question, you know, as you know, if you donate it to her, to be like, hey, could you show us where that money went?
I thought she wanted like each individual transaction.
No, she wants to say, okay, you had $40,000 that you raised and you've paid this lawyer 10. Where's the other $30,000?
Okay, well, Queen Bee said the money is in a trust and the lawyer deducts his billing from that. So that should be easy to just, if
Well, then
she,
there you go. There you go. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
if
don't know how it's financially working out. I'm just saying she hasn't paid at this point. She hasn't paid that lawyer 30,000. If she has, she's way overpaid. Okay, way overpaid.
I just want to make it known that I'm reading a court document. I have no opinion. My opinion in this is it's just getting crazy. As
Yeah,
the
yeah,
more it extends, it's just getting crazier. Like, this isn't any of my business. I'm just reading this and
yeah.
it's getting.
We just here covering it to waterboard you today. Okay, I just felt like waterboarding people with some bullhorn, Betty. Because
I
that's
have a
what they're going.
question.
That's what they're going to do the rest of the day. So you might as well get waterboarded by Dolly first.
I have a question, Dolly, in front of 800 people. I thought waterboarding was something about sitting in a bathtub with a washcloth and water.
No, waterboarding is when they take a rag, they wrap it around your head, and they pour water onto you. So you act like you feel like you're drowning the whole time. It's a torture.
Okay, so that's why you're saying that, because you feel like you're drowning in all of this drama from the lawsuit. Okay,
It's like they
thank you.
torturing you with it. It's like this is the first stream of 50 to come today. You see what I'm saying? It's the point that I'm trying to make. That this is what you're going to hear today, all day long. This is what you get today on YouTube. Welcome. I hate it myself. I hate it myself. I hate all this court shit. I hate it. To be dead honest with you. I think if you took out all the people from the chats, Betty and Queen could work this out and not cost $100,000.
Okay, so I thought I heard Queen Bee say that BHB doesn't want to settle, that they tried that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't honestly know. I haven't talked to Betty. I'm just assuming. I'm just saying if you take out all the moving pieces, do either one of them really want this? You know, that's the question. You know, if you take out all the drama that's in between them, which is people, Betty said this, and all the hate, you know, and then just them sitting in the room, do they really want these problems? And I would honestly think neither one of them really want these problems. I wouldn't want it. I don't think nobody out here would want to go through that shit. Even to sue Betty, I get the whole let's sue her to prove a point shit, right? I even get that. But what is that going to do in the end? What is that going to do?
This whole thing is to both sides is to just prove a point, but it's getting, it's just getting out of hand. Like, I don't know. I don't know about mentioning
Why?
you in jail or and
See,
all that. I don't think.
here's the thing to me is like, why keep continuing to take all this money to fight a fight a fight a fight? And it's the only person that wins is this lawyer, and
Yeah.
it's a pissing contest. You know, I think if you take out all the moving parts, neither one of these women really want to deal with this bullshit. It's everybody else wants them to. Like everybody wants them to sue Betty. Everybody on Betty's side wants Betty to sue them. And but if you put them two in a room, do they really want all this shit going on in their life, all this trouble going on, and all this fucking worry and you know what I'm saying, anxiety over shit? I would say no, they don't. I would.
Oh,
That's my
BH
thought. You know.
Betty is here. Does she want to come up and talk about it or something?
No,
She
we're gonna
said,
leave Betty out of it. We're trying to keep a
okay,
neutral playing field today.
okay. She says no one has approached me for settlement, so that would be another lie. So, okay, see, we just go by what we hear, so we don't know unless we
I've
hear
learned
from
one
them.
thing in this world. Sorry in this world goes a long way. You know, I'm just fuck it, man. I'm sorry. You know, it goes a long way. Believe it or not, it does go a long way. So where are we at, Misery, on this paper?
Okay,
I got lost.
we would be um. So BHB is entitled to a full and detailed accounting of said funds. Queen Bee should not be in control of the estimated $40,000 earmarked for this very specific action slash counteraction. It would be negligent for this court not to make sure this money is safe and only spent on this action, which is what the money was raised and earmarked to do. This is not an unreasonable request and does not damage the defendant or the defense in any way. This is not an unreasonable request and does not it is
Yeah, you're right
just
twice.
it is just a safeguard mechanism that is needed. The defense would like this court to hear words BHB uttered to hopefully have the court look poorly upon BHB when litigating this case. To affect a bias, if you will, please reject this notion. First and foremost, it is irrelevant utterance that this is irrelevant to this matter. However, if the courts would like to review it, BHB said those things. BHB is not ashamed. The comments Queen Bee states BHB said. BHB said them. Leilani Simon brutalized her 20-month-old son his entire life upon until his death. If Leilani is put to
The
death,
BHB didn't say that. I'm thinking that right now, though. I'm honestly that monster, that woman, man, what a terrible woman. Okay, sorry to cut you off. I had to say that. Every time that name triggers me,
but that's your wife, Dolly.
it triggers me.
If Leilani is put to death, BHB wants to be there. If this court judges BHB for that, so be it. Okay, and then there's this
I agree with that one. You had to judge me too. Judge me if you want. If they hooked her to her electric chair, I'd want to be there too. I don't know
okay,
why. That shit was a roller coaster. I would want to be there. I don't. That's not going to happen though. I live in the real world. That's not going to happen. But that's just somebody being like. That's just like saying justice needs to be served. You know, justice needs to be served. It's the same thing in just different words. Okay, I'm done ranting.
so I think this is like a screenshot or something. It says, one, I could care less whether you live or die. Two, I would want you to be in the gas chamber for what you did. Three, I don't think you deserve life. Four, I think you deserve death. Five, I want to see you die. I want to see your last breath come out of your body. What the hell is all that?
I'm assuming that's what she said about Leilani. Maybe.
Okay. So the defense admits everything BHB has stated in her amended complaint.
But here's my thing on that. Like, even if you said that, like, you have the right to want this justice for this baby. You have the right to want to see her punished for it. You know, that's totally different. You know, if you're saying that, like, and these are some of the reasons people are mad at Betty, but some people don't play that kill baby shit. You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy. It sets me off. It's like,
Do they
so
have the death penalty in Georgia?
I don't even think the death penalty is on the table. I'm not positive. I don't think so.
I don't even think Leilani Simon should be something that two YouTube creators are arguing about. And I mean,
They're not. I mean, they're not
oh,
arguing about it, but I'm thinking see, because I didn't know who Queen Bee was before the Leilani Simon thing. I don't even know if she was a YouTuber before that. I'm not positive or whatever because I had never heard of her. Or, not across because I was pretty new into true crime during the whole Georgia thing. I had to just really got onto the scene. I didn't know all these people like I do now.
I think I heard Laura say she's been here for at least a year or something like that. I don't remember exactly how long, but I know at least a year.
But I think see, because my radar wasn't on Queen Bee in Georgia. I think that's when her and Betty really started to bump heads was in the Georgia thing. And I was more bumping heads with what Rap or somebody. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
Mhm.
fighting with Queen Bee because I didn't really know who Queen Bee was. I was battling with Savage and shit.
Well,
Old
Rap,
gangster White Claw grandma.
I know Rap is the one that sent the clown out. I don't know who sent Aileen out, but I don't know. It's not my issue.
Yeah, so I had knew who Savage was before that because she had came up here, but I didn't know Eileen. I didn't know Queen Bee. None of that. So
Um,
I learned
right,
I
right.
learned that
But you
All
know
right.
what I did like real quick? Let me tell you what I did like that you don't have anymore was the Savage soap with the oatmeal in it.
Oh yeah.
I really like that, but you don't do it anymore. Okay, so let's go.
All right.
This concession within the four corners of her FAC shows that others are right in criticizing her methods, and they have every right to do so. What Queen Bee has purportedly done is justified, not unjustified. And that's a little clip out of something. Queen Bee states she is justified in Queen Bee's actions. Even if this court agreed with this when BHB stopped the action, why did Queen Bee continue damaging BHB 10 months later? Why 10 months later did Queen Bee start trying to take BHB's channel down and elicit help from others to try and have BHB terminated? Queen Bee's actions does not bode with the statements alleged in the faulty and improper motion to dismiss. Advocating is not malicious. Queen Bee's actions were willful, malicious, intentional, and damaging, and Queen Bee sought to totally destroy BHB, not advocate for a cause. Queen Bee's actions were egregious, overwhelming, and outrageous. Queen Bee's conduct was extreme and goes beyond the bounds of decency. This notion Turner has the right to damage people in this manner for financial gain is disgusting and should not be tolerated.
Okay, and that's the end of page 14.
Okay. This notion that this conduct is not outrageous is ridiculous. In the case of Gabby Petito, the parents of the murder suspect Brian Laundrie were sued by the parents of Petito. Laundrie's attorney, Steve Bertolino, was able to be brought in that lawsuit as a co-defendant because he made the following utterance. Quote, "This is understandably an extremely difficult time for both the Petito family and the Laundrie family." End quote. The statement said in part, quote, "It is our understanding that a search has been organized for Miss Petito in or near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On behalf of the Laundrie family, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family." End quote. The court found attorney Stephen Bertolino's statement outrageous, so much so that the court allowed that attorney to be added as a co-defendant because it was clear Bertolino knew Petito was deceased and still provided the family hope. Queen Bee's statements and actions are outrageous by any legal standard. Queen Bee is describing her content as internet activism. Well, this internet activism is illegal in all 50 states because the definition is what is referred to as cyberstalking and or cyber harassment. Moreover, 720 ILCS 5/12-7.5 defines this action as a class 4 felony. What? A. A person, this is the definition.
Of cyber stalking, I guess.
Yeah. A. A person commits cyberstalking when he or she engages in a course of conduct using electronic communication directed at a specific person, and he or she knows or should know that would cause a reasonable person to 1. Fear for his or her safety or the safety of a third person, or 2. Suffer other emotional distress. A-3. A person commits cyberstalking when he or she knowingly and without lawful justification on at least two separate occasions harasses another person through the use of electronic communication. And 1. At any time transmits a threat of immediate or future bodily harm, sexual assault, confinement, or restraint, and the threat is directed towards that person or a family member of that person.
Hmm.
Or
That's a
2.
good law to know. I know some people right now that should be in jail for that shit.
Oh my God, someone said, "Do I smell Newports in here?"
I smell Newports.
Okay. 3. At any time knowingly solicits the commission of an act by any person which would be a violation of this code directed towards that person or a family member of that person. Turner on oh shit, sorry. Queen Bee, on the other hand, says this is just innocent construction and innocent criticism, but then reads further into the faulty and improper motion to dismiss to see Queen Bee's position being Queen Bee has the right to do these actions because Queen Bee doesn't like one or two actions BHB has done over BHB's career that were lawful acts. That was protesting is a protected action ingrained into this country's constitution. Whether or not Queen Bee likes the actions, it is lawful. Opposing counsel defended a case and his position was the opposite in that argument. He defended a gentleman for protesting on private property, stating it was his right to do so. BHB has only protested on public property and within the laws of the state BHB is in. How are BHB's actions much different from the gentleman's opposing counsel represented in 2020, with the exception Griffin was on public property as opposed to private property? Did the laws change since then? Please see Cortez versus Peoria County Sheriff. Attorney Phillips cites in this complaint, paragraph 11, this voice, the one that is able to demand change, is what the First Amendment protects. The right of
Okay.
speech.
Hey, I don't look at you. Are we still on 15?
16.
Oh, okay. I got lost somewhere in there. I was like, hold on, I'm lost. Okay, I got you. I found you.
Paragraph 11. This voice, the one that is able to demand change, is what the First Amendment protects. The right of free speech, of assembly, the right to stand up for what you believe is good and true. But now, with BHB, it is not tolerated in a civilized community. Which is it? The plaintiff has not risen to the level of public figure and meets none of the thresholds for that classification. The plaintiff rejects this notion. Okay, I need to take a
Okay,
little break.
that was a page 16 right there.
I'm taking a sip. This is a
Okay.
lot to read. And I'm so sorry, you guys, for accidentally saying names. There's
Yeah,
a
well,
lot of names in here. It's
there
like back
is.
to back.
Like, I didn't have time to mark everything out, and do all that shit that all these other channels do because I'm lazy. At least I keep it honest. Okay.
Right.
Everybody in
YouTuber.
the chat, look, I know there's people in here probably from both sides. Everybody in the chat, please be respectful to each other while you're in here. You know what I'm saying? What y'all do on other channels is on other channels, but if you're in here, please at least be respectful. Keep it, don't be calling people names. Don't be doing any of that shit. We're going over the border. You're getting waterboarded already. Let's make it a decent waterboarding, okay? If not, you get the cock meat sandwich. You don't want that, okay? I'll send you pictures of Baby Gap's ball sack. I'm playing. All right.
YouTube requires a certain duty of care to be able to be monetized. So the notion Queen Bee owes no duty of care to another creator is not supported by law or the terms of the contract Queen Bee has with YouTube/Google. Queen Bee would like this court to believe BHB's contract would have to be terminated to be successful as a tortious interference count. However, BHB has case law that supports the mere interference is enough to seek damages. Queen Bee's conduct was tortious and was to interfere with a legitimate contract between BHB and YouTube/Google. When Queen Bee campaigned to remove BHB from the YouTube platform, when she elicited help to disrupt BHB's channel production, causing financial, reputational, and personal harm and damage to BHB. Queen Bee has received a lot of financial compensation to continue her campaign of interference, among other actions, as outlined in the amended complaint. Queen Bee caused damages to BHB for over a year. BHB did nothing to justify this outrageous and detrimental campaign of bullying, stalking, harassment, and other damages that Queen Bee knowingly inflicted on BHB for no other purpose than to cause damage to BHB for financial gain realized by Queen Bee.
Okay. Pray
Prayers.
for relief.
Wherefore, plaintiff prays for default judgment against defendant and in its favor of plaintiff jointly and severally as follows. 1. All earmarked proceeds are to be remitted to the registry of the court or an alternative to opposing counsel's escrow account. Supposedly, they say in chat that's where it is, but we don't know.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So it may be already in the account.
2. Order a full accounting of the earmarked funds. 3. Grant default judgment in favor of plaintiff. A. Turner is found, Queen Bee is found liable for defamation and BHB is awarded damages in an amount in excess of $25,000, not $200,000.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't $200,000. See how the internet spreads shit. I knew it wasn't that. I didn't know how much it was, but I knew it wasn't $200,000. I mean, that was crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 4. Okay. To be determined at trial, and an award punitive damages in excess of $25,000. Oh, so it's 50 to be determined at trial.
No, I think it's saying it's for $25,000 and not to exceed that.
No, it says and 1 is award damages in the amount of $25,000 to be determined at trial, and an award punitive damages in excess of $25,000 to be determined at trial. So I think it's
$50,000. Yeah, that's what it sounds like there. 50K.
Turner is oh my God, I'm almost done. Queen Bee is found liable for tortious interference with prospective economic advantage, and BHB is awarded damages in the amount in excess of $25,000 to be determined at trial, and an award punitive damages in excess of $25,000 to be determined at trial. Are they taking this to a trial?
And that's what it sounds like. That's what I mean. They just took a pissing contest and turned it into a $100,000 lawsuit. It's crazy to me. It's so crazy. Like they let it get this far and not sit down and talk to each other. And like, I'm telling you, it's all the people in between it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people. If you feel like you got to do what your viewers want, you're going to be fucked every time. Sometimes you just got to do what you think is right. You know what I'm saying? Or, if you listen to all these people on the internet, yeah, get her, do this, you're going to win, you're going to win. But what if you don't? Now you got all this stress of this, you know what I'm saying? And on both sides, that's on both sides,
Yeah, and owe money too.
And this is YouTube. Like, we're all creators. Everybody talks shit about each other. But there has to be some lines in it. Like, it does come to a point that there's bullying. You can't say that BHB ain't being bullied out here. She is totally being bullied. I lose viewers for defending Bullhorn Betty. Like, she's okay. You know what I'm saying? But everybody attacks her. Everybody, and that's just the truth. Everybody attacks her. There is a club of people that just hate it. Even if she's a Karen, there don't need to be. I guarantee you we can search right now. And I did this multiple times. A video on Bullhorn Betty. I guarantee you there's one right now today that somebody is talking about Bullhorn Betty. And I mean, imagine that was you, and every day somebody's shit talking you and riding.
Well, it
Usually,
is against TOS. Actually, it is
usually,
against TOS to go over a creator every day. It is against TOS.
well, I'll pick on people like Baby Gap. Like I'll go at Baby Gap a couple days. I'll go at Queen Bee a couple days. I'll go at Savage a couple days. But I don't sit there every day long and just talk about them people and shit on them. And that's when you've crossed the line. And as a community, we got to know, hey, look, you've gone too far, and or we're going to keep seeing shit like this. People constantly suing each other in a pissing contest. Who got the most money? Who got the most subs? Who got the most support wins? That's a popularity contest. Then, this ain't a lawsuit. It's a
Yeah,
popularity contest.
yep, that's accurate right there. And so, Forgotten Whispers in chat said that it's 25,000 for each count, so it's $150,000. 50, 100,000, 150,000.
I don't think that's true. I think it all ties into be. It may be. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm
Okay,
not a
so let's see.
professional. Let's keep going.
All right. Queen Bee is found liable for intentional infliction of emotional distress, and BHB is awarded damages in an amount in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial, and an award punitive damage in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial. So Dolly, what she wants is 25,000 in damages for defamation, and
Mm-hmm.
25,000 for punitive damage for defamation, and then 25,000 and 25,000 for tortious interference with prospective economic advantage, and then 25 and 25 for intentional infliction of emotional distress. So it is
Good
150.
Lord. So it is a yeah. Damn.
Wait, one,
Okay.
two, three, four. It's
Time
200,000.
we get to the end of it, might be 200,000, like the people were saying when they first came in here. Oh,
It is because A is 50,000, B is 50,000, C is 50,000, D is 50,000. So it's 200,000. Right.
$200,000
Yep, that's right.
for saying Dolly was a hound dog, rocking all the time. You know what I'm
Turner is
saying?
oh shit. Okay, I'm done. Queen B is found liable for intentional infliction of emotional distress, and BHB is awarded damages in an amount in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial, and an award punitive damages in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial. Queen B is found liable for civil conspiracy and concert of action, and BHB is awarded damages in an amount in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial, and an award punitive damages in excess of 25,000 to be determined at trial.
Okay, look, I can settle this for these ladies right now. Look, BHB needs to get Queen a sack of bud. All right, Queen needs to get BHB a bullhorn with a fresh pack of batteries, please. And we call this shit a day. Settled. What do you think? Sound good?
Yep, anything sounds good to drop it.
Dolly the mediator, always trying to help. All right, go ahead.
The hound dog mediator. Queen Bee is found liable for negligence, and BHB is awarded damages this and an award punitive damages this honorable court deems just and proper to be determined at trial. Queen Bee is found liable for unjust enrichment, and BHB is awarded damages this and an award punitive damages this honorable court deems just and proper to be determined at trial. If the court believes Queen Bee has violated criminal law with Queen Bee's actions, BHB prays this honorable court will request a criminal investigation to be pursued and requested by this court. What do you have to say about that?
I don't know.
All right, we only got a couple left. Let's go.
All right.
5. That Queen Bee be ordered to remove all videos, including but not limited to content referenced in this complaint, from Queen Bee's YouTube platform, and bar Queen Bee from making any further defamatory statements about BHB on Queen Bee's YouTube channel and or any other public social media platform. 6. For an award of prejudgment and post-judgment interest. 7. For Griffin's responsible attorney's fees and other such costs incurred in this action. And last but not least, for such other and further relief as the court may deem just and proper. Respectfully submitted, Andrew L. Griffin, pro se,
Nate,
dated
Nate,
November
Nate, Nate.
21st. What?
Everybody knows fucking Bullhorn Betty's name anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we made it through it. You did an excellent job there, Sweet Misery True Crime. Thank you for saving my non-reading blind ass.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And
I'm
yeah,
gonna I'll drop down now if
okay,
yeah,
that's
if
cool.
I'm done.
I'm gonna rant about it for a
Unless
few
you want me
minutes.
to stay up and talk to you. Okay, I'll stay and talk to
You
you.
can stay up or go down. It don't matter.
I'll stay up.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, the lawsuit stuff, like, you know, you take the YouTube stuff out of it and all the people instigating it and building it up. And I think these ladies should probably sit down and talk, you know, and leave each other alone. And all of it, I think what's going to happen is it's going to go through the court proceedings. Ain't none of them get no money. The only person that's going to get paid is the lawyer. And they're going to tell these ladies to leave each other alone. It's
Yep, I
basically
totally
going to
agree
go that
with you.
Betty's going to say she's messing with me. Queen's going to get up there and say she's messing with me. And then they're going to say leave each other alone.
But
You
I don't
know?
understand, Dolly. They should have learned that from you and Savage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what they told. But me and Savage's, her shit was just a protective order. I wasn't suing Savage. I was just trying to keep Savage from showing up at my house.
Right, but if you can't get a protective order, you know, like it's gonna be hard to sue somebody. They're
No,
just
I
gonna
got the
say leave each
protective
other
order.
alone. Oh, you
No,
did?
I got the initial protective order I got.
Mm.
That's what she says that I lost. But no, I got the initial protective order. But in Virginia, a protective order is only for 10 days.
Oh.
I tried to take her to court to get it extended so she couldn't come around me the rest of the year.
Oh,
But
that's what it was. Okay.
the judge said since she's so far away, she's not an immediate threat to you. So she didn't grant the extended protective order. And then she acted like she won something, but she was up in there shaking like she was about to go to jail. And the judge told her, said, look, y'all going to end up in a civil lawsuit with each other and then in federal court. Y'all need to stop. You know, like shit you're doing in here for, y'all should already be lawyered up. That's what the judge told her. She said, y'all should already be lawyered up suing each other, you know, for the shit that's going on. She's like, but, you know, leave each other the fuck alone. That's basically how she put it, you know, and that didn't happen. You know, the first day, Savage is right back to her same old way, you know, and I'm just, you know, don't feel like suing the lady. I'm not one to go waste my money on some shit. Cause what I look at it like this, what could I get out of Savage? Right? She's bumming toys right now for her grandkids. So
Yeah.
I can't get nothing from that lady. So she can say whatever the fuck she wants to say about me. I can't sue her, can't do nothing to her. Her and her old man can run around in their dirty ass flip flops all they want, you know.
I wanted to ask you if she wore them flip flops to court.
No, she was in her kitchen. I don't know what she was in the kitchen
Oh,
staring
okay.
like the deputy was going to arrest her. I'm thinking this lady is standing in her kitchen shaking. She's like, I've never been in trouble. I ain't never done nothing but ran a red light. I was just thinking, oh my God, you know, oh my damn God. I was like, I had to get up in the morning for this shit. So, and, but yeah, it's like, and even me and Savage stopped fighting. We occasionally throw jabs at each other, but it ain't every day on one person, you know? And I think, people have built platforms off of just talking shit about Bullhorn Betty. Now I can tell you now, she don't do some of the shit she does. I don't even agree with. You know what I'm saying? So I see talking shit, but every day it's not. It became more than like her actions. Like I get if somebody's acting bad, you talk bad about them, but it'll be people talking about how she looks, about her hair, about her fucking weight, about if she got a wrinkle, if she fucking just all kinds of cruel bully shit, and then they'll gang up thousands at a time, and like,
Yeah.
this ain't high school. If you was in high school and you was doing that to somebody in front of me, I would try to whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let you bully somebody like that. We teach our kids every day before we send them to school. Don't be bullying people. You see somebody getting bullied, take up for them, you know. But this lady, yeah, I don't agree with her actions, but I also don't agree with the actions of bullying the shit out of her, you know? And move on. If she does something wrong, yeah, talk some shit about her. But if you're every day queuing up a video on fuck bullhorn Betty, you're a bully. You became part of this big bully group that it is. And I'm one of the people, you can have everybody in the whole fucking place can hate you. That don't mean I gotta hate you,
Right.
And I
Exactly
honestly
right.
don't hate anybody. I get up here and I YouTube shit talk, but I don't hate anybody. Like I don't hate Baby Gap. I don't hate Queen Bee. I don't hate who else is there? Benny Keys. I don't hate any of these people. I don't hate these fucking people. I get up here and just do the YouTube thing and shit talk because that's what everybody else does.
I
Like,
do have an opinion though on what you just said about them attacking her appearance. In my opinion, you cannot attack someone's appearance if you do not get on camera. Period. And that's all I have to say about that.
I feel the same way. I mean, people attack me on my appearance all the time. You know what I'm saying? Hobbit, troll, fucking all kind of names. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
it just is what it is. Internet's kind of a little bit of the Wild West, but you can't let it go too far. And I honestly believe that it's a lot of the people that stir it up. You
Oh
know
yeah, the subs, absolutely. And that's where most of the drama comes from. Is from subs going from one creator to the other saying, "Oh, this one said that," and
that
it's not
sending clips
true.
because I get it every day. People sending me clips of this person. Oh, you got to see this. It's just when you do that, you're trying to cause trouble, right? Because I might not have never noticed that, might not have never known, But with people stirring things up and they're clipping everything and sending everybody, and everything's just a big drama. If it's a drama channel, it needs to stay drama. Not now, it's becoming court TV. You know what I'm saying? It ain't drama anymore. It's court TV. Right? Everything we
It
watch
really
is
is.
damn reading legal documents from fucking lawsuits. And that to me is court TV. That's not drama. If you're going to do this crama shit, let's keep it in crama. Crama ain't go run to the goddamn, I'm going to sue you for everything you got because you talked a little shit and couldn't take it. You know, let's keep it crama and that's it. But right now, YouTube's done turned into court TV and cold penises.
I don't know. They sure like talking about yours for some reason. Goodness gracious. I can't turn on a
It's gone
YouTube
too
channel.
far. It's gone too far when the topic of the week is what it is. Okay. I told you I started this week off. I said, man, it must be a slow week in the true drama community. I was like, woke up and they're talking about my jank on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's slow. Okay. That's a slow week. Now I'm in the damn lawsuit. I got to hire an attorney for my package. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta you gotta put insurance on it.
But
Insure that thing.
insure it, right? Insure it. It's insane. Um, Shit's hitting the fan. What's up, Jones? And good to see you. I hope you had a good birthday and all that good stuff. Yeah, them women need to fucking cut off the YouTube for like 20 minutes and talk to each other and say, hey, look, fuck this, Unless I mean, I don't know, unless they can't get past it. I mean, I'm a dude. I can tell you this, like, and I've said this to everybody, like, I fought with every dude up here that I can think of. I don't think Baby Gap counts as a dude. Um,
A
And I
dude
ain't ended
baby.
up in no lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Now I did have Benny Keys threaten to drag me into the woods and kill me, okay, and things of that nature. But I haven't ended up in any lawsuits, and I don't plan on suing anybody. I may throw that threat out there. I sue your ass, but I ain't never gonna sue you. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm too lazy, and that's just the truth.
Yes, we know. Just
Respectfully, I
joking.
feel like Queen Bee will lose half her audience if she surrendered. See, that's the bad thing. That's where you see. I want to post this, and that is a fact. She may. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's bad though, because as a creator, you got to know, hey, what's best for me, not what's best for this chat room. Okay. Sometimes they may conflict. The chat may hate somebody. Like there's people in here that hate Betty. I don't hate Betty because they hate Betty. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to go against what your chat room says. Maybe not. Maybe she don't want to surrender. Maybe she does want to countersue Betty and all these things. But to me, just stupid. And I just think that, this has escalated way too far. And then it's going to continue. This is just the beginning of it. These lawsuits go on and go on and go on. It's going to be constant, I need money for this lawsuit type of thing. It's stupid. I think a lot of money right now has been absolutely wasted, right? Because even if they win, one of them wins against each other, there ain't really much they can get from each other. So
no, and they're gonna drop it, and the judge is gonna say, leave each other alone, stop talking to each other, nobody's gonna win, and hopefully nobody will have to repay anything. There's no money, whatever, and that's just how I feel it's gonna turn out.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not the judge. Everybody up here, like, they like to speak for the judge. Like when I watch a lot of these channels, they're like, well, the judge is going to do this. How the fuck you know what the judge is going to do? The judge might not have got a blowjob that morning. You don't know
right.
what the judge is going to do. You hear all these channels, the judge is going to do this. The judge is going to do this. The judge don't want to hear that. The judge, how the fuck do you know what the judge wants to hear? Okay.
You might wake up on the wrong
side of bed. If you was an expert, you'd be a lawyer or a judge yourself, right? So many people it's crazy. But we're going to hear about this completely all day today, okay? That and Baby Gap's wiener is probably going to take over the internet. As long as nobody sues me, okay? Because I ain't nothing but a hound dog anyway, rocking all the time.
Oh, did you hear the latest that Glare was suing Morbid?
He's suing Morbid. See what I mean? It doesn't turn into crime. It doesn't turn into court TV. You know what I'm saying? Criminal. Oh, he put him in jail?
He's trying. Yeah, he said he was going to do criminal.
My understanding. Wait a minute. Here's my understanding, though. Is I didn't notice at first, so I might have misspoke a little bit in my last videos, that Baby Gap sent him the picture.
Yes, after the fact, just the other day, after it was brought out that he sent it to Morbid's ex-girlfriend, he did send it to Morbid to to show him what it was. He did.
What dumbass sends a picture? That's questionable right there. Why are you sending a picture? Maybe they I ain't gonna say nothing, but why would you be sending a picture of your jank to another man?
Well, he's trying to say revenge porn because
he sent it to him though.
Yep.
That's like me sending you a picture of my jank and you posting it and going, that's revenge porn. Yeah, I just sent it to you. I didn't get that. And then when I was thinking about it, I didn't know that when I was talking about it. I didn't know that the Glare had sent the picture to Morbid. That's weird. They be saying some strange, questionable things to each other too. And now you sending them pictures of your wang, and there needs to be a lawsuit for that. Okay, can I sue?
Dolly, let me ask you a question, because apparently I don't know. If you have a picture, okay, let's just say Glara's picture. If he scratches out his pee-pee in black so you can't see it, that's redacted. Can you take that off and see the penis?
No.
Okay, no. That's what Glare is saying Morbid did.
Glare is so lying. He knows he's lying. He sounds so depressed and broke the other night. Man, I felt bad for him. I did. He was just like, look, people have the right to their privacy, and it messed his day up. You know what I'm saying? Morbid pissed right in his Cheerios.
Well, you don't do that, especially to your best friend. It's just morally and, wrong.
Yeah, but they're not best friends. This is this parasocial relationship type shit that's going on the internet, where everybody's not friends that think they're friends.
But apparently they were close.
Well, what is close? Are they hanging out? They just know each other from the internet. How close is that? That's like saying I'm close with Benny Keys. That's like saying I ain't never met that motherfucker a day in my life. I don't know that dude. You know what I'm saying? I just some internet shit. You ain't friends. You're acquaintances. Friends hang out. They go to they go play putt-putt. Go drink shots together. You know what I'm saying? Work on 87 Ford Buick. That's friends. These are just some motherfuckers you hang out with on the internet. That's where people are getting it twisted that we're all fucking up, everybody it's I learned this word. Like everybody thinks like I talked about, it takes time to build relationships. It takes time to build friendships. You're just not instantly friends with people.
Oh, PJ, thank you. Have a good day at work the rest of your day.
So I don't know. The whole thing about this is now we gotta wait for the reply from them Queen Bee's lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that's gonna say about my pecker in there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that Dolly was going to become the package was going to become the highlight of the lawsuit. But when I heard this, I was like, oh, Lord, this is going to have to be one. And I'm going to have to get in front of this one. You know what I'm saying? Because usually I don't waterboard people with it. I just kind of skip over it. I don't go over it every day, make it a second 8-part series, But wow.
Well, it's like this. If you don't want to be waterboarded with it, don't watch the channel that's talking about it. That's what I do.
It's every channel. It's every channel. Everybody that's live. Because I usually don't watch videos. I usually just click on people's lives. And it's every live video. I'm like, because it recommends, because I'm in true crime. So it only recommends like shit from trauma and drama. And so when I be clicking on things, it's just like, yeah, man, I feel like I'm being tortured. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I go in any room, all right, or say anything in the chat room, everybody in the chat room treats me like I'm Bullhorn Betty. Okay. Like I didn't say none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I ain't even talked to Betty in a long ass time, except for when she comes in the room. Everybody acts like I know everything. I don't know shit. Everybody want to ask me shit about Betty. I'm like, I don't know shit. And that's the truth. And they be acting like I'm holding out or, like, I don't know. People crazy. But Sweet Misery.
I don't know either.
I appreciate you coming up. I'm getting ready to get out of here in just a couple minutes. I'm going to do my outro, but thank you for coming up. You did an awesome job reading the Lowell suit.
No problem. Thanks for having me up and reading it. Yeah, have a great day. Bye.
Awesome. Peace. Okay, so yeah, look. If you're going to fight with people out here, don't be a big ass bully. All right? Don't team up. All right? That ain't fair, right? It ain't fair to team up on people. If we were kids and we were in high school, I'd slap the shit out of some of y'all. I'm just dead honest. Okay? If I couldn't, I'd get one of my homegirls to do it. I used to hang out with this big girl, Candy Brown, rest in peace. She'd slap the shit out of you. All right? We wouldn't go for that bullying shit. But as adults, for some reason, it's acceptable. All right? It's acceptable to be a big ass bully when you're an adult. Now, look, I ain't saying you can't shit talk people out here. I like to shit talk people. I like to have fun like everybody else. But at the end of the day, some of y'all people hate this lady. Hate. That in your heart is going to kill you. Okay? Don't hate anybody. I ain't saying agree with her actions. I ain't saying go sub her channel up. But I would get rid of some of that hate in you guys. It's hard for people. All right? This is a short time that we on this planet. We should all love each other. Now, some people don't need as much love because they get a little fucked up. Okay? But we should love each other across the board. And let's don't try to destroy each other. And look, right now, it's the holidays. All right? It's the holidays. This is the time where everybody's supposed to come together and love everybody. All right? I want to see some spirit and some joy and happiness this season. All right? I even put up a fucking Christmas tree. So I want everybody happy. All right, I didn't put that tree up for nothing. It's already up. I got lights on it, everything. So everybody's trying to find a way to get along the best you can. Some of us people out here probably kill each other on YouTube. You know how it is. It just is what it is. And I hope my package does not have to testify in court. Okay. That's going to be a little strange. I feel like Michael Jackson at that point. Remember when they took the picture of Michael Jackson's package? Okay. And they were describing it in court. I hope we don't get into this. They start to describe in the package. Okay. It just says Amazon on it. Okay. I can't make it up. All right, look. Hit the like on this video, or I'm going to send you an inappropriate picture of the glare. All right. I'm playing. I don't got it. I didn't save. I'm just messing with you, glare. Like the video anyway. Okay. And good luck getting waterboarded. Okay. By 70 other 2, 5, 7,000 people today. Look, or you could skip it and be like, hey, Dolly already waterboarded us with it. Okay. Yeah, but that won't be no fun. You guys have a good day. I will see y'all later tonight for some true crime. I am coming back to talk true crime tonight. Not no crazy lawsuits and things of that nature. But things can come in and let me waterboard you. Okay. The best waterboarder around. Peace.